Hi everyone, I'm Jeff Glore. New York State today offered a $100,000 reward for information leading to the capture of two killers on the run. The men broke out of a maximum security prison in Dannemora, New York, launching a manhunt in the foothills of the Adirondack Mountains near the Canadian border. Authorities are looking for Richard, Matt, and David Sweat, both serving long sentences for two separate brutal murders. Checkpoints remain in place near the prison, but the search has now expanded to Canada and neighboring states. We begin with Dahler in Dannemora.
Armed law enforcement officers are manning checkpoints on every road around the upstate New York town of Dannemora, hunting area, much of which is heavily wooded. The Clinton Correctional Facility is roughly 20 miles from the Canadian border, so police in that country have increased their vigilance as well.
At this point, in excess of 150 leads have been developed.
Sometime before 5:30 a.m. Saturday, convicted murderers Richard Matt and David Sweat escaped their adjoining cells through holes authorities say were cut by the men using a power tool. They then broke through a brick wall, climbed onto a 6-story high catwalk, and made their way into a steam pipe, weaving through a complex series of tunnels. They left behind a note with a racist caricature and the words, "Have a nice day." Authorities say the two emerged from a manhole after cutting through its lock and chain hours after they were discovered missing. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo toured the facility.
Encompassed drilling through steel walls and steel pipes, so this was not easily accomplished.
Francine Mitchell lives within sight of the prison.
Immediately, made sure I locked all the doors, made sure the windows were secure.
Richard Matt is 48, serving a 25 years to life sentence for kidnapping and murdering his former boss in 1997. He's described as 6 feet tall with black hair and hazel eyes and has tattoos, including Mexico Forever on his back and a Marine Corps insignia on his right shoulder. After a burglary conviction, he escaped from a different prison and fled to Mexico, where he was convicted of another murder before being extradited to the U.S. 34-year-old David Sweat is 5'11", with brown hair and green eyes and tattoos on his left bicep and right fingers. He was serving a life sentence without parole for the murder of a Broome County, New York deputy. His escape has stirred up some raw emotions in that sheriff's department.
Mr. Sweat is a local person. He's from this area, so of course the threat level goes up a little bit.
There have been contractors working at the prison, and authorities say that may have been how Matt and Sweat got a hold of a power tool. Jeff, the reward is $50,000 for the help in the apprehension of either of the two men.
Dahler in Dannemora. Don, thank you very much.